Good morning and welcome to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2019 Gentlemen, if you'll remove your hats, no sound. But I can hear you. Do we have this fixed now? Okay, can you hear me now? All right, it's like a Verizon commercial. Gentlemen, if you will please remove your hats for the invocation to be given by Dr. Ryan Ashley.
Let us pray. Our gracious Heavenly Father, we come to you humbled with the many blessings you have given us this day. We unashamedly glory in your name, and we ask your divine hand to be on each graduate who will be recognized today. Lord, we thank you for the perseverance you have given each graduate to get to this point in their life. We look at this day not as an end to an education, but as an opportunity to begin integrating our faith in you by continuing to learn, lead, and serve. God, we look at the founding principle of CSU, which is to fulfill the Great Commission by making disciples of all nations, and we see a command. And my prayer today, Lord, is that each and every graduate of this awesome institution would take that command to heart and integrate their faith into their workplace, God, into their families, and into the people they come across every single day. And God, I ask you to make it the mission of everyone here today to make it their business to change lives for your glory. Lord, I thank you for the people you have put in this place to make this a reality for everyone. I thank you for the awesome teachers and professors you've imparted knowledge and wisdom to these students. I thank you for the families who have supported the graduates. And God, I thank you for the administration of Charleston Southern, who has set the tone and pointed in the direction of the cross. Jesus, most importantly, we thank you for your sacrifice. Without you, we would all be lost. Finally, Lord, I ask your blessing upon this ceremony. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Everyone, please be seated. And gentlemen, you may replace your hats. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Charleston Southern University, it is an honor to welcome each of you here to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2019. Applause is good. You have long anticipated this day, and I join the faculty in sharing great pride in your accomplishments. As we begin today's ceremony, I would like to recognize the CSU Commencement Band and the concert singers. They've been here since 7:30 this morning, so thank you very much. It's a privilege to introduce to you Dr. Ken Evans, Chairman of the Board of Trustees.
I'd like to add our welcome, that being the welcome of the Board of Trustees and the South Carolina Baptist Convention to those made by Dr. Fish. We are so pleased to have the families and friends and, of course, our approximately 600 graduates here today. I know you wouldn't have missed it for the world. And I'm reminded of a Bible verse that reads like this: "This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." And I know you're already glad, but you're going to even be more glad in a few minutes. Commencement is a day of gladness as our graduates move forward and commence into this next phase of their lives. And we rejoice with you, friends and family and graduates, as you commence forward in living lives of truth and learning. Here at Charleston Southern, we also take great pride in those who have served or are serving in our military. And you will see some folks who have red, white, and blue cords. Some of you don't. However, if you are a veteran of the great United States Armed Services Forces, or you have served or are serving, would you please stand so that we can recognize you? Thank you for your service.
Would you please stand for the singing of Lead On, O King Eternal?
Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you very much, singers. That was gorgeous. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Princeton McBride, President of the Student Government Association.
Hello, my name is Princeton McBride, and it is a great honor to stand before you all today. To the seniors, I'm sure that we all thought this day would not come any sooner. Remember the hard work, the many nights starting a 6-page paper at 10 o'clock at night, knowing that it was due 11:59 the same night. Or even pulling all-nighters studying for an exam the day before, hoping that we would receive a notification that our exam has been rescheduled. I'm sure that we've all experienced moments in prayer, asking God to have our teachers cancel class. Nevertheless, we've made it, and whatever your circumstance may have been, all of our hard work is now being recognized. This would have not been possible without the support from our family, professors, and from the staff at CSU. Thank you for being willing to help us achieve our goal, but most importantly, let us give honor to Jesus Christ for giving us strength and perseverance for us to endure during our season in college. Now, we're on a new voyage, on a different journey. Many of us may not know which direction life is calling us, or even how to start this new journey. We may still be struggling with our purpose in life, but the Westminster Confession gives us our purpose, and it reads, "The chief end of man is to glorify God and enjoy Him forever. Wherever God is calling us, let us remember, where God guides, He provides." Congratulations, Charleston Southern University, class of 2018 and class of 2019. We did it. Go Bucks.
You are one fine-looking bunch today. I'm excited to have you here. I want to say thanks to Princeton McBride for being a phenomenal president. You have led your class well. None of you will be surprised by the fact that college is difficult. You will not be surprised at all to understand how much work and challenge that you must undergo to get to the point where you are today. I'm introducing to you right now the person that I think is the most heroic student I have ever met. Your classmate, Caroline Walsh. She is our first of two commencement speakers this morning. And Caroline Walsh, for those who ever had an excuse about anything, Caroline Walsh is here to remove that excuse from you. Caroline Walsh, for the last 4 years, she finished in 4 years. She faced severe physical challenges. Her father pushed her in this wheelchair to every single class for 4 straight years. And she never made a single excuse. The standard was never lowered. Faculty gave her no excuses about the standard being lowered. She did what she was told to do. She understood her limitations, and she asked for help from those who could help her. And folks like Thomas Keating and John Davis and her family did so, and many of you did as well. Many of you faculty, many of her professors, other staff members have stood up for her and have showed us what teamwork is all about. And brothers and sisters, today, not only does Caroline Walsh graduate in 4 years with a significant college degree, she graduates today cum laude. Hear what a hero sounds like.
Thank you, Dr. Costin. Good morning, CSU family and friends. my fellow graduating seniors, congratulations, we did it. There's one truth we cannot ignore. We could not have accomplished this without help. We all had people who walked beside us on our journey, people who believed in us. I literally had my dad, who many of you know, by my side each day. There are many people, including family, educators, and classmates, who have motivated me all along the way. I thank all of you, and I thank God for each one of you. People in my life, especially family, taught me not to let disability define me or let my physical challenges keep me from following my dreams. Also, faculty, especially Professor Keating, Professor John Davis, and Dean Foltz, pushed me and helped me accomplish things I never knew I could. President Costin, thank you for recognizing me, my hard work, my dedication, and my vision for more handicapped accessible CSU. We all have been blessed by the Charleston Southern community who supported us in reaching our goals. It is now our time to go into the world and enrich people's lives with generosity and kindness. Today, as we graduate, I want to encourage all of you by saying, never allow whatever struggle you face in life stop you from pursuing your dreams. Always believe in yourself. We have been given the tools and can do whatever we set our minds to. Just look at me. Thank you and congratulations.
That's how it's done. You simply decide to trust God and never give up. Thank you, Caroline Walsh, for showing us exactly how it's done. God bless you. At the height of the Vietnam War, a newly minted pilot brought his young family to Charleston for their first assignment after he'd been commissioned and had become a pilot. That pilot's name was Dick Scobie. As Dick Scobie came, he brought with him a military spouse, June, and he brought two little kids, a 3-year-old named Rich and his older sister, who I suspect tormented him from time to time, as older sisters are wont to do. Well, as a military spouse decided she would hold on, just as the choir sang, just as Caroline Walsh told us about. She decided that she was going to get a college degree, despite the fact that it was going to be difficult. Despite the fact that she had 2 preschoolers, she was going to figure this thing out. And so she enrolled in the Baptist College of Charleston in the late 60s. And on the way to school, she would drop her 2 kids off at Deer Park Baptist Church Preschool. And if I got my math right, the pastor of Deer Park Baptist today has a graduate in the class. She dropped these 2 kids off, and during this period, the pilot husband, who would later become an astronaut, did a combat tour in Vietnam. Years later, as a 17-year-old, I found myself in Colorado Springs about to go to Air Force basic cadet training at the U.S. Air Force Academy. I and a friend of mine I'd met a couple of weeks before, who was in the audience today, were sitting in a taxi in Colorado Springs, and out walks this strapping, handsome young fella named Rich Scobie that I'd never met before. And we said, "You going up to the hill? Get in the taxi." And the three of us got in the taxi and went up to the Air Force Academy to be screamed at for the next year of our lives. Fast forward 2 years, and that pilot, Dick Scobie, Rich's father, had become a space shuttle pilot. This space shuttle pilot in 1984, because his wife, June Scobie, had been a graduate of Baptist College, he took a number of artifacts from Baptist College and took them into space on the space shuttle. A few months later, he came back with his wife, June, the alumnus of Baptist College, and they were here for the dedication of Lightsea Chapel. On the 28th of January, 1986, my father turned 50 years old. On that day, Rich's father was the commander of the Space Shuttle Challenger, which exploded in front of his very son and his wife's eyes. At that point, just a few days later, Dr. Jerry Hunter was quoted as saying that the United States had lost a brave pioneer, and Baptist College had lost a loyal friend. In that moment, Rich Scobie, like Caroline Walsh, had decisions to make about what they were going to do with hardship. And today it is my great honor to present to you as our commencement speaker an Air Force Academy classmate of mine, a lieutenant general who leads the Air Force Reserve Command as commander and serves as chief of the Air Force Reserve in the Pentagon. Rich Scobie has an undergraduate degree from the Air Force Academy. He has an MBA from the University of South Carolina, and he's also a Harvard grad in a special international security policy program. Today it's my great pleasure to introduce to you my friend and a person who knows firsthand how to take hardship and turn it into the glory of God. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage Lieutenant General Richard W. Scobie.
Oh my. Good morning, class of 2019. How are you doing today? All right, after hearing Caroline speak and the introduction by Dr. Costin, I can tell you right now, what I'm going to say isn't going to compare to that. So prepare yourself for disappointment. I've got to tell you, this is a great day for me. You know, it might be a great day for you graduates, but it is a great day for me because I get to give, along with Carolyn, the commencement address at the graduation of Charleston Southern University. And that's a pretty cool thing. First, I have to thank my good friend Donnie for inviting me to speak today, and it's an honor. You know, he alluded to some of the things, and I got to tell you, Dr. Constant and I have a lot in common. We're both generals in the United States Air Force. We're both graduates of the same institution. And in fact, we were both on a dean's list at that same institution. And I got to tell you, well, let me clarify a little bit. Make no mistake, there are two distinct and decidedly different dean's lists. So I was on one of them, and he was on the other. The second thing I wanted to let you know is, as I was preparing my remarks for you all today, I asked my wife, what advice should I give to these newly graduating intellectuals as they venture out into the world? And I might have had a little bit of verbal swagger in the way I asked that question, but I regretted asking it immediately. Because she said, well, I can tell you one thing, it can't be short enough. And I said, okay. And then she said, another thing, I've heard you speak 100 times, and I don't remember anything you've ever said. People are only listening for 2 words, the 2 sweetest words in any speech, and they are, in conclusion. Because when they hear those words, they think, thank the Lord, this is almost over. And I thought to myself, that's hurtful, but okay. So, in conclusion, according to my wife, I'm going to try to give you a few stories that maybe you can take something from. Maybe on the outside chance I have a meaningful nugget to share. I'm going to tell you one quick story, and I'll wrap up with some advice from my perspective. Really, what I want you to do is just feel what I am saying and take a few things away from it, like pride in your accomplishments, pride in this country that I am fortunate to serve in, and opportunities are everywhere. And obviously, anybody can make it to give a commencement address because I'm here. All right, so in conclusion, what I'd like to do is tell you a short story about opportunity. I was 3 years old when I started here at CSU, and when I was 6, I graduated. I felt like I graduated because, as Dondi said, my mother was the one going to school, but she would take us kids here occasionally, and we got to see some of the things that she was getting to do. But I remember very clearly her graduation day, 49 years ago today, because I remember that somebody drove a car into the reflecting pool. And as a 6-year-old, I thought that was pretty cool. What a great university. But Dr. Costa and I am happy to report, after close inspection of the reflecting pool this morning, there was not a car parked there. And I got to tell you, that's progress. This is obviously a much improved class over my mother's class of 1970. Congratulations. Anyway, what does that story have to do with opportunity? It didn't really have anything to do with opportunity, but I was remembering that and I could not help myself from telling the story. So back to opportunity. I find it, as Dondi introduced me and we talked about my dad, most of you were not even around at that time. And it is very difficult to tell the story of my father's death and his crew, who were some great people. And I avoid it because I'm an emotional guy. I did not make it through Caroline's speech. But I will tell you this, but what he did and who he was amazing. And that's a story that I love because it's a story about opportunity. So in a nutshell, my dad grew up in a small town. He enlisted in the Air Force as a young enlisted man, got picked up to go to school and became a commissioned officer. He was a mechanic in the beginning of his career, and he ended his career commanding a space shuttle. So how do you go from turning wrenches as a mechanic to commanding a space shuttle? Both of those are excellent careers and great occupations to have. But seriously, how do you go from doing one to the other? And I'll tell you, after his first flight, which Dondi talked about, he came to this school in October to talk to the class that was there at the time. It's here at CSU. And I had the opportunity to sit down with him, and I asked him that. And he said a couple things, but they stuck with me. One is, the first thing he said was, I did the best job I could at everything the Air Force levied upon me. Whatever it was. If it was taking out the trash, I did the best job at taking out the trash. If it was turning wrenches on the flight line, being a mechanic, I did the best job I could at that. If it was flying airplanes, I did the best job I could at that. And he said the next thing I did was I prepared myself for whatever was next. If I needed an education, I got an education. If I needed to further my personal development, I did that. If I needed additional skills, I got the training I needed. And then, if opportunity presented itself, boom, I was ready. And eventually it did. And one opportunity built on another opportunity until finally he was an astronaut. And he had a plan. And after he incorporated his plan, I asked him this next question. What was flying in space like? And he said it was like work. From the time you wake up in the morning to the time you go to bed in the evening, NASA had you scheduled to do stuff. You were just doing work all the time. And he told himself, hey, you're not going to be in space very often. You need to enjoy this. So before he went to sleep, every evening, he would put his face up against the window in the space shuttle and just watch the Earth go by for 15 minutes. Just look at the land masses. Look at the weather patterns. No borders, no fighting, nothing was going on. Just watch the Earth go by. And he said, and it was so great because the air that blows past the windows to keep them fogging up sounded just like the Death Star in Star Wars. And I thought, that's pretty cool. So he said, life is not about the destination. It's about the journey to get there. And so he said, enjoy that journey. And I've made a career out of that. And my advice to you is to follow that. So that is my story of opportunity. I tell you, I have been everywhere in this world, and I have met everyone in it. We are blessed to live in a country that gives us opportunity to be whatever we want. We can turn wrenches on a flight line. We can command a space shuttle. This country gives its constituents opportunities, and that's what you have to take advantage of. So here is my advice to the graduating class of 2019 for your next phase of life. First of all, take everything I say in moderation. Second piece of advice, don't listen to old people. Except me and maybe your parents and maybe your instructors, but definitely don't listen to Donnie Costa. But here's what I mean by that. When we're young, we have no experience. So we have to use our imaginations to fill in those gaps that experience would normally do. So imagination is replaced by experience and age. And experience and advice will definitely keep you safe. But no one changed the world without taking risk. You look at Microsoft and Apple and Google, Yahoo, SpaceX. They were all created by people just like you, who innovated and imagined what could be and not what was. And they changed the world. Use your imagination. Use innovation. You got the tools here at CSU. Use them. The third thing is help your children. Help your children be more than we are. Or help somebody else's children. Just help somebody. But if you're helping somebody else's children, make sure you get their parents' permission. But you're going to find this very hard to believe. But I was not the most talented child on my block. What I had, though, were parents and mentors that gave me opportunities and made me feel valuable. Like watching my mother walk across this stage. Like being in a family where education and effort were rewarded. Creating an environment that was safe. My fourth thing is have a plan for your path to do what you want to do. If you want to fly in a space shuttle, fly in a space shuttle. If you want to be a teacher, teach. If you want to build, build. If you want to do, do. But remember, as the great philosopher Mike Tyson once said, everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the face. So have a backup plan. Next, put your faith into action. Caroline Walsh did. And so did her family. I am humbled to be on the stage with her and in the same auditorium with her family, with her father, who made a difference. And they make me want to be better. So there you have it. All you have to do is do a good job, take and give opportunity when you can, enjoy the journey, put your faith into action, and help your children or someone else's children to feel important. Because even the least talented child on the block could eventually be a 3-star general. I've seen it happen. So 32 years ago, my mother gave the commencement address here. It is my honor to follow in her footsteps. She is my hero. So first, I thank Dr. Costin and the wonderful staff here for giving me this opportunity to be with you. And in conclusion, I would like to congratulate the graduating class of 2019 at Charleston Southern University. Go Bucks, and thank you. Thank you.
Would the 2019 award winners please move forward to the stage at this time?
The Myrtle E. Hamwick Award is presented annually to the Charleston Southern University graduate who exemplifies the highest virtues of womanhood. We are happy to present this award to Holly K. Roy. The John Berry Christian Scholar Award, established in 1968, is presented at each spring commencement to the graduating senior of Charleston Southern University who has achieved distinction academically and who, in the judgment of the faculty, evidences most promise for future scholarship. We are happy to present this award to Joshua Raymond Rogers. The Hunter Cup is presented to a member of the graduating class who has best served the university and whose character, scholarship, and athletic ability are deemed outstanding. We are pleased to present this award to Grace Elizabeth Clark. The Carolyn Killen Hunter Outstanding Christian Teacher Endowed Scholarship is given in recognition of the Christian student who most exemplifies the School of Education's vision of a competent, caring, and committed teacher. The recipient must be a professing Christian who is active in church and must possess an overall GPA of 3.0 on a minimum of 60 hours earned at Charleston Southern. Congratulations to this year's recipient, Hope K. Ivanova. Dr. Susan Jones, please join me at the podium. Dr. Susan Jones has faithfully served as a faculty member at Charleston Southern since 1988 as a leader in the psychology department. She has twice been recognized as the Excellence in Teaching Award winner. Dr. Jones graduated from the University of Georgia with a PhD in psychology and has spent her entire teaching career at CSU. In recognition of superior professionalism and excellence, and by the order of the Board of Trustees, I'm honored to award the rank of Professor Emeritus of Psychology to Dr. Susan Jones this 4th day of May, 2019. Would Eli Edward Driggers please join me at the podium? Chief. Whereas Charleston Southern University wishes to recognize those who have provided outstanding Christian leadership and service to the university and their community. Whereas the university is proud to acknowledge Mr. Eli Edward Driggers for his many accomplishments, including 43 years in public service as a police officer, and including service as a senior chaplain for the Coastal Crisis Chaplaincy. Whereas the university applauds Mr. Eli Edward Driggers for his service in the United States Navy and studies at Trident Technical College, the Baptist College, and the College of Charleston. Whereas the university applauds Mr. Eli Edward Driggers for his willingness to lead as a member of the 1st SWAT and 1st Dive teams, a hostage negotiator, and in the Detective and Narcotics Divisions of the North Charleston Police Department. And whereas Mr. Driggers and his family are active members of the Church of the Resurrection in North Charleston, now therefore be it resolved that Charleston Southern University on this 4th day of May 2019 presents this Distinguished Service Award in recognition and appreciation of Mr. Eli Edward Driggers. Would Professor Aaron Baldwin join me at the podium? It is my pleasure to recognize the winner of the 2019 Excellence in Teaching Award, Professor Aaron Baldwin, Associate Professor of Art, who was selected by CSU students and his colleagues. Professor Baldwin is receiving an award of $2,000 that he can invest in his ongoing professional development.
Students and faculty, please join with me in recognizing all of the parents, spouses, children, and others who have supported you throughout the months and years that you've spent earning your degree. Thank you. It's indeed a day of celebration of what only God can do. Would the CSU faculty and staff please stand? I'd like to recognize you for your dedication to seeing that these students celebrate this milestone in their lives. Thank you. The knowledge you have shared and the integration of faith in your classrooms has contributed so much to the success of today's graduates. Now is the time we've been waiting for. There are over 600 graduates on the floor today ready to walk across the stage and pick up that degree. For the presentation of degrees, each group of students will be asked to stand and will be presented to the president for degree conferral. Please use this time to cheer and celebrate for your students. I ask that you respect each graduate and do not yell out individual names or slow down the progress of the ceremony. Our students have worked so very hard to receive their diplomas today, and they deserve to hear their names called. When the last member of each group has returned to the floor, I will once again provide a short time of celebration before we move on to the next group of graduates. Class of 2019, here are your instructions. You will be recognized by your degree. When your group is called, please stand. Dr. Costin will confer your degrees. When Dr. Costin concludes his announcement, please move your tassel to the left. The first row of graduates will proceed to the stage, hand your card to the reader, and the rest of the graduates will sit down. The marshals will show you when it's time to get in line. The announcer will call your name. Dr. Costin will present your diploma. Pause for a picture here, and then move across the stage to the exit stairway. There's also a place to stop over here for another photo. Return to your row and remain standing until everyone in your row has returned, and then you may be seated. Are we ready? All right. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Technology degree please stand? Mr. President, the candidates who stand before you have met all the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Technology and are recommended by the faculty to receive that degree.
By the authority vested by the state of South Carolina and the Board of Trustees at Charleston Southern University, and by the board delegating that authority to me, I confer upon each of you the degree Bachelor of Technology, with all rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Congratulations. Please change your tassel. Move to the steps. I'm going to move to the steps. Present your name card to the readers and proceed to meet Dr. Costin for your degree. I'm coming.
Christopher Chisholm, Sr. Brian Lawhorn. Connor Drayton McLeod. Joseph Mark Morzuch.
Please join with me in congratulating these graduates. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree please stand? Mr. President, the candidates who stand before you have met all of the requirements for the Bachelor of Arts degree and are recommended by the faculty to receive that degree.
By the authority vested by the state of South Carolina and the Board of Trustees at Charleston Southern University, and by the board delegating that authority to me, I confer upon each of you the degree Bachelor of Arts with all rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Congratulations. Please change your tassel. Move to the steps.
Eric Addison. Jamie Elizabeth Andrews. Robert Joseph Bonney III, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Gage Michael Allen Bostwick. Brittany Boyd, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Ronald Bradley Jr. Anna Ruth Brandt, magna cum laude. Laura Elizabeth Brown, cum laude. Reagan Elizabeth Brown, magna cum laude. Caitlin Leanne Bunch. Lindsay Aaron Burdeck, magna cum laude. Connor Burgess, cum laude. Kimberly Busby, cum laude. Ashley Kane, cum laude. Dalton Carricker. Joshua Philip Carter, magna cum laude. Moriah Gabrielle Casano, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Charles Thomas Claxton III. Alyssa Marie Cotton. Roderick Deshawn Dale. Brandon Austin Damon. Mary Catherine Daniel. Jeremy Dickens. Ariel Dawn Dinkins, summa cum laude. Sydney Rose Doherty. David Benjamin Dyer, magna cum laude. Hannah Felkel. Kagan Teasley Fitzherbert. Logan Matthew Fleming. Megan E. Freza, cum laude. Seth Friend. Sabrina A. Gaines. Catherine Elizabeth Galgano, magna cum laude. Brandy S. Graydon. Jamie Milan Garrio. William Joshua Harmon. Caleb Ray Harrelson, summa cum laude. Tyler W. Hinchcliffe. Melanie Hood. Shelby May Hoovler, cum laude. Meredith Marie Horwat, magna cum laude. Cameron Howard, cum laude. Carly Lynn Infinger. Mark Caden Ivy, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. James Hayden Jacobs. Sierra James, cum laude. Gregory Jasinski, cum laude. Alexis Cheyenne Jewell. London Terrell Johnson. Billy McCarthy Janet. Addison Catterley, cum laude. Chandler Christian Crow. Zachary Thomas Larrabee. William Gary Lupo. Jamar Martin. Ashley Marie Messiah, summa cum laude. Cambron Xavier Mathis. Savannah E. Malden, cum laude. Jairus McClanahan. Princeton Alexander McBride, magna cum laude. Caleb McCraw, magna cum laude. Austin T. McDowell. Lachlan McKinnian. Haiti Elizabeth Millara. Anna L. Menendez, summa cum laude. Christian Nicholas Merritt, summa cum laude. Hunter Blaine Mizell, cum laude. Devin C. Nally. Travis Neal. Jordan Elizabeth Newman, cum laude. Zachary Patton. Catherine Adeline Perea, magna cum laude. Courtney Lynn Phillips, magna cum laude. Jakob Poulet. Rebecca Jean Bruce. Tyler Austin Reese, cum laude. Brittany Taylor Richardson, cum laude. Elizabeth Ashley Rogers, cum laude. Holly Kathleen Roy, magna cum laude. Shannon Marie Sanders Bess. Jenna Claire Schmidt, cum laude. Peter James Simpsey, cum laude. Gabrielle J. Shahid, magna cum laude. Andrew T. Singer. Leah J. Smoke. Shadarius Sosby. Michelle Sparks. Mary Lou Springer, magna cum laude. Catherine Dolores Stahl, magna cum laude. Hilda Margaret Schwartz, cum laude. Hallie Tanguay, cum laude. Tyler Tikak. Brianna Terry. Keith Anthony Terry. Jamal Thomas. Belton O'Neill Tisdale IV. Carol Evelyn Turner, cum laude. Brianna Tyler, magna cum laude. David Perry Van Buren. Alexandra Vencia. Marissa Barnum. Hayden Elizabeth Wan, summa cum laude. Corinne Weiss. Caroline S. Walsh, cum laude. Gina Wells, summa cum laude. Ryan Christopher West. Jonathan Wilson, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Timmy Winston, cum laude. James Woldridge. Savannah Grace Young, summa cum laude.
The last degree in this category we will recognize as a classmate of 2019, this class, who passed away and went to be with the Lord in January of this year, Leah Martinelli. And so at this moment, would you please take a moment of silence as we pray for her family, as they honor her memory. Amen. Okay, at this point we have a very special presentation to make. To Mr. Bill Walsh, we'd ask you to come forward to the podium to receive the honorary Bachelor of Arts degree for supporting Caroline through her work here at CSU.
All right, please join with me in congratulating all of these graduates. One last time. All right. Would the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing please stand? Mr. President, the candidates who stand before you have met all the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing and are recommended by the faculty to receive that degree.
By the authority vested by the state of South Carolina and the Board of Trustees at Charleston Southern University, and by the board delegating that authority to me, one who will be one of your patients, I confer upon each of you the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing, with all rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Congratulations. Please change your tassel and move forward to the steps.
Lauren Baker. Garth Belor. Genevieve D. Beard. Cagney Allen Butler, magna cum laude. Zariah Esther Conover. Alyssa Cato. Ayana Elise Cox. Tamara Lassiter. Haley Jordan Giles. Casey Lynette Gore, summa cum laude. Brianna Michelle Grant. Debian Stewart Grant. Robert C. Hannafin, cum laude. Emily Helms. Brittany Irene Hughes. Precious Olahije Iri Argomo. Alana Nicole Jones. Amber Eileen Callar. Savannah Kimsel. Mackenzie Lappin, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Rebecca Ann Lester, cum laude. Natalie Lockman Mazzola. Hannah Margaret Macchio. Sierra Nicole Morgan, cum laude. Jennifer Nagy, cum laude. Mackenzie Nibbs, cum laude. Kristen Brooke Norris, cum laude. Kirsten Melody Polsichnik. Michael Richard Perkins. Crystal Pinetta. Artrice Pugh. Adrian T. Reed. Kathleen B. Richardson. Brooke Sawyer. Katie Louise Shackelford, cum laude. Shawnice Simmons. Leisha Stokes, summa cum laude. Camilla Panaga Tampus, cum laude. Haley Tucker. Sydney Weeks, magna cum laude. Donna Wellington. Savannah Nicole Williams. Elizabeth Claire Williamson, cum laude. Francesca Joy Zamora, cum laude.
Yeah. What's wrong with him today? Join with me in congratulating these nurses. Will the candidate for the Bachelor of Management Arts degrees please stand? In a class all his own. Mr. President, the candidate who stands before you has met all of the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Management Arts and is recommended by the faculty to receive that degree.
By the authority vested by the state of South Carolina and the Board of Trustees at Charleston Southern University, and by the board delegating that authority to me, I confer you the degree Bachelor of Management Arts with all rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Congratulations, you may move your tassel.
Curtis Mahone III, cum laude.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Business Administration degree please stand? Mr. President, the candidates who stand before you have met all the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration and are recommended by the faculty to receive that degree.
By the authority vested by the state of South Carolina and the Board of Trustees at Charleston Southern University, and by the board delegating that authority to me, I confer upon each of you the degree Bachelor of Business Administration with all rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Congratulations. Please change your tassel and move forward to the steps.
Adam Allen. Caleb John Axelson, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Mary Pennington Boatwright, magna cum laude. Caleb Jordan Brannon. Brianna Marie Bridges. Christopher Tanner Brunson, cum laude. Eric Burnett. Iris Carvajal Correa, magna cum laude. Alexis Michelle Castle. Daniel Olson Crawford. Mackenzie Marie Davis. Victoria Ashley DeCressy. Jared A. Downer, cum laude. Whitney DeMorn. Christian L. Dutton, Jr. Philippa Michaela Erickson, magna cum laude. Darian Exridge. Sarah Elizabeth Farmer, cum laude. Adonis Kenneth Fenton Griffith. Cora Janae Foster. Benjamin Lawrence Gardner, cum laude, honors program graduate. Damian Gaddison. Joseph Tama Glosser. Joseph Gold. Emily Adair Green. Arthur Bradney Griffin. Stephen Haralambis. Good to see you. Ronnie Harris Jr. Brett Scott Heatley. Shadarius Hopkins. Maya Howell. Meredith Blaine Holsey, magna cum laude. Tiffany Denise Isaac. Keisha Keyshawn Jackson. Sean Jackson. Joseph Lewis Johnson III. Joshua Kennard Junius. John David King III. Danielle Reed Chris, cum laude. Zachary D. Lavender. William Chase Lamax.
Whitney Magwood, summa cum laude. Ashley Marie McHugh. Jessica Marie McLaurin. Courtney O'Hara Miller.
Murar.
Yana Murar, magna cum laude. Deborah Lynn Ostrowski, cum laude. Joshua J. Paramore. Taylor. Michael Thaler, cum laude. Michael Robinson. Joshua Andrew Rogers. Rosal. John Rosal. Conrad L. Sams II, cum laude. Emma Shealy, magna cum laude. Madeline Smith. Brittany Jordan Space, summa cum laude. Stephen Earl Spires, Jr. James Stackhouse IV. Drew Cameron Stengel. Adam Joseph Story, cum laude. Christopher Andrew Stowe. Rachel Lynn Thomas, cum laude and honors program graduate. Justin Visserman. Robert Washington. Celeste Danielle Waring. Sarah Elizabeth Weber, summa cum laude. Christine Wimberly, cum laude. Brianna Christine Woods, cum laude. Andrew Zerby, magna cum laude.
Please join with me in congratulating these graduates. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree please stand? Mr. President, the candidates who stand before you have met all the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Science and are recommended by the faculty to receive that degree.
By the authority vested by the state of South Carolina and the Board of Trustees at Charleston Southern University, and by the board delegating that authority to me, I confer upon each of you the degree Bachelor of Science with all rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Congratulations. Please change your tassel and move forward to the steps to receive your degrees.
Mariana Alicia. James Alexander Allen, cum laude. Kara Allen. Richard M. Allison. David Brian Anwell. Satha Gwendolyn Bailey, cum laude. Daniel Baldwin, Jr. Brianna Nicole Ballinger. Daniel Wayne Burfield. Kayla Marie Barnes, cum laude. Emily Hannah Baxley, cum laude. Kendra Bell. Crystal Grace Botello, magna cum laude. Laura Lee Bowman, cum laude. Is it Ija? Ija Shania Branton, cum laude. Timothy James Breckenridge, cum laude. Amber Michelle Britton. Abigail Jennings Bruner, magna cum laude. Michael Jean Burgess, magna cum laude. Rachel Michaela Burns. Cameron Kane. Charles W. Cannon III. Madeline Christina Capers. Michaela Angelique Capers. Victoria Capone, magna cum laude. Catherine Carney. Catherine Grace Carr, magna cum laude. Elizabeth K. Chandler, cum laude. Bailey Reed Cherry, cum laude. Benjamin Christopher, magna cum laude. Ashley Clark. Elizabeth Clark, summa cum laude. Grace Elizabeth Clark, summa cum laude. Kayla Clark. Sarah Austin Coates. Elizabeth Conroy. Chayez, first and last. Okay. Carla Chavez. Kristen Cooper. Lauren Elaine Cox, cum laude. Jackson Lawrence Christ. Courtney Lauren Cromer. Michaela Crozier, summa cum laude. Matthew Curry. Kaylee Elizabeth Cuthbertson. Jessica Da Silva Andrade, cum laude. Benjamin Allen Dabney. Sarah Michaela Darby, cum laude. Anna Benson Darnell, summa cum laude. Sair Dominique Davis. Danny Duane Dawson Jr., summa cum laude. Crystal Danielle De Leon. Alyssa Del Acqua. Chelsea Victoria Denton, cum laude. Micah C. DeVoe, summa cum laude. Kevin, start over. Kevin Maurice Dickinson Jr. Brianna Dillard. Congratulations. Jacob M. Dillon. Kenneth D. Dickens. Ian Shepard Dorman, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Anna Dowling, magna cum laude. Wesley Clark Eccles. Anthony Valentino Ellis. John Aubrey Beauregard Ellis, summa cum laude. Caitlin Grace Emerson, cum laude. Shayla N. Ephraim, cum laude. Kathleen Marie Epperson. Zachary T. Evans. Destiny Maya Ewing. Matthew R. Faubert. Tyreek Jerome Fawkes, cum laude. Jordan Lee Felix, cum laude. Stephanie H. Felix. Earl Dean Fleetwood Jr., summa cum laude and honors program graduate. Hannah Fleming, cum laude. Albert Samuel Gandia Flotildes. Christopher Flood Clark. Shamika Joanne France. Peter Gay M. Francis. Taylor Elaine Francis, cum laude. Warren Callum Frazier, magna cum laude. Linnea Marie Freeman, cum laude. Jade Elizabeth Gandara. Sydney Garling, magna cum laude. Zachary Cole Garrett. Catherine Garrison, summa cum laude. Christina Gartman. Madison Gaskins. Jasmine N. George. Emily Marguerite Gilbert, cum laude. Callie Gladden. Daisy Sadai Gonzalez. Jasmine Gonzalez. Morgan Elise Gormel. Morgan Brittany Gott. Nakia Siobhan Grant. Kristen Cherie Green. Elena Diane Gresh, magna cum laude. Patricia Charles Griffith. LaTristan Edward Grimes. Brittany Taylor Halter. Chelsea Ivana Hamilton. Brianna Harling. Hannah Hatherley. Gabriella Noelani Hellstrom. Kelsey Henning summa cum laude. Chelsea M. Hewlett. Cassandra Rebecca Hegman. Haley Nicole Hill. Emily Alexandria Dare Hooper. Brian Russell Howard. Chavis Edward Howard. Allison Marissa Huggins. Dequana Chanel Huggins. Mary Elizabeth Huller. Caitlin Michelle Hunt, magna cum laude. Melody Lynn Hunter, cum laude. Rebecca Caroline Hudson. Rebecca Lynn Jackson, cum laude and honors program graduate. Zayasia Jackson Rose. Ryan Michael Jacob. Christina D. Jarvis, cum laude. Precious Cassia Elizabeth Jemison, cum laude. Herbert Tyler Jenkins. Joshua Jenkins. Brooke Caroline Johnson. Craig Ali Johnson Jr. Essence Kiana Lachey Johnson. Jawan Isaiah Johnson. Kaya Shabri Johnson.
Rachel Johnson.
Rachel Johnson. Kalia Desha Capel. Desha Capel. Whitney C. Keegan. Hannah N. Kimball. Jonah Michael King. Tyra Aaliyah Kingston. Kayla Klemple, summa cum laude. Kimberly Kierner, cum laude. Hannah Theron Kreitmeyer, magna cum laude. Rodriguez Legrun. Aaron Taylor Lanford, cum laude. Juliana Latoni. Jalen Lee, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Ashley Catherine LeBuff. Andrew Christopher Lee. Kendall Lee, cum laude. Rachel Kathleen Leach. Alana Tierra Lever. Mary Fullwood Lewis. Ariel Lindsay Linder, magna cum laude. Daniel Lorenzo Lindsay. Cassie Lippard, cum laude. Brittany Sue Logan, cum laude. Colleen Elise Malcolm. Madison Martin, magna cum laude. Seth Mason, magna cum laude. Andrew Charles Matthews. Catherine E. May. Caitlin Brianna McClellan, cum laude. Deja Larissa McClinton, cum laude. Keanu McCode. Travis Clayton McConico. Anna Marie Nicole McCorkle. Bernard McDaniel Jr. Marie Metters. Stephanie Mejia Rocha. Aiden McConan. Jordan Noel Metz, summa cum laude. Josie Midkiff. Jeffrey Nakeem Michael. Lena Miller. April Phillips Mims. Cameron Bailey Mitchell. Nicole Mitchell. Kayleen Brianna Moore. Jessica Morgan. Jessica Brooke Morris, cum laude. Sarah. Sarah Peyton Motley. Jerotich Toyoy Mutwal. William Casey Narrows, magna cum laude and honors program graduate. Is it Neidlinger? Neid. Philip Jerome Neidlinger II, summa cum laude. Brandy Lee Norris. Melena O'Hara, cum laude. Brianna Oldham, cum laude. Rebecca Sage Ortiz. Rebecca Sage Ortiz. You stand on the mic. Let me scream it out one more time. Got the handheld? Rebecca. No, it's not on. Okay. Do we have the mic?
No. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Nope. 1, 2, 1, 2. You ready? Rebecca Sage Ortiz.
1, 1.
Hello.
One.
Hello. Any other thing? Keep trying that one, Maxwell.
All right. 1.
April D. Overby.
1.
Hello.
1.
Hello. A little better. We got one here? Okay, they're all working. Now let's move this one away. James Tyler Page. Grace Page, summa cum laude. Nissa Palmer. Kenneth D. Parker Jr. Samuel Hardy Phillips. Arizona Pilgrim. Jasmine Pilgrim. Mallory Pondick. Emma Price.
She's the last one.
Jessica Nicole Probst.
Sarah E. Quinn. Lorraine? Bruna Gomez Rebello. Danielle Nicole Rabin. Emily Taylor Rabin, summa cum laude. Kana Rainwater, summa cum laude. Kenya Danae Ratliff, summa cum laude. Gloria Rochella Rawls, cum laude. Deja A. Richardson, cum laude. Emily Morgan Richburg, summa cum laude. Allison Richmond, cum laude. Caitlin Rizzo, summa cum laude. Alexandra L. Rolick. Joshua Raymond Rogers V, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Calvin Rowland. Jocelyn Nikita Sally. Craig Della Pena Salvador, summa cum laude. Michael G. Sandsmeyer, cum laude. Ellison Neil Saki. Malden Luann Sauls. Landon Seg. John Abraham Schmale. Logan Schuff, cum laude. Dalian Quavon Scott. Kashira Screven. Shelby Severns, magna cum laude. Shelby Nicole Sexton. Kelsey Lane Shaner, cum laude, honors program graduate. Daniel Sharp, magna cum laude. Alexandria Shaw. Savannah Kelsey Shiflett, cum laude. Rebecca Ann Shipley. Caroline G. Shreve, cum laude, honors program graduate. Hannah Elizabeth Sylvia, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Courtney Marie Simpson. Amelia Ryan Skelton, summa cum laude. Jonathan Omari Slayton. John Lindsay Sloan III, magna cum laude. Justina E. Smalls. Gabrielle Danielle Smith, cum laude, honors program graduate. Wayne Bracken Smith II. Jacob Smoke. Tabitha Brooke Snellgrove. Diana Joan Snellgrove, magna cum laude. Kinley Francis Sudu. Sophia Starr, cum laude. Bethany Jane Steedley, summa cum laude. Mary Grace Stevens, cum laude. Maisha Stevens. Devin Alexis Stewart, cum laude. Felicia M. Stewart. Sydney Renee Stein, cum laude. Jeremiah Alfred Stockdale. Chanel. Lauren Chanel Stoney. Jacob Joseph Stradcutter, summa cum laude. DeAndre R. Street. Brittany Lee Seifert, magna cum laude. Reagan Tapp, cum laude. Jeffrey Todd Teams, Jr., summa cum laude. Yep. Marissa Tamel. Savannah Marie Tatro, summa cum laude. Ashton N. Thomas, magna cum laude. Ayana Samantha Thomas. Ernest Alexander Thompson. Thaddeus Tyler Thompson. Bethany Aaron Thornhill, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Melanie Tipton, cum laude. Sheldon Townsend. Daniel Lee Trump, Sr. Shaquavia Naisha Tyler, cum laude. Tony Tatiana Vanderhorst. Kristen Vernerek, cum laude. Caitlin Vinson, cum laude. Emily Scott Wand. Ashley Ward, cum laude. Nikedra Washington. Dustin Tyler Way, cum laude. Jordan Way. Anna Louise Weatherford, magna cum laude. Anna Catherine Webster, magna cum laude. Taylor Westbury. Hannah Christine Western, magna cum laude.
Anthony Chaquan.
Anthony Chaquan White. Lucas Daniel White. Raymar John Waston. Laura Lynn Wilkerson. Ashley Christine Taylor Wilkes, summa cum laude. Megan Simone Williams. Fleury Darian Wilson, honors program graduate. Nothing but trouble. Jada Monet Wilson. Wesley Chance Wilson. Michaela Noel Wynn. Shama Winston Ford. Hannah Christine Wolf, magna cum laude. Jackson Stanton Woodall, magna cum laude. Carson Allen Wright, magna cum laude. Jacoby Wright. Krista Siason. And Nicole Lynn Zittinger, cum laude.
All right, one last chance to celebrate the Bachelor of Science degree recipients. Will the candidates for the Master of Education degree please stand? Mr. President, the candidates who stand before you have met all the requirements for the degree of Master of Education and are recommended by the faculty to receive that degree.
By the authority vested by the state of South Carolina and the Board of Trustees at Charleston Southern University, and by the board delegating that authority to me, I confer upon each of you the degree Master of Education with all rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Congratulations. Please move your tassels and come forward to the stage to receive your diploma.
Denise A. Ashley. Jill Ryan Ellenberg. Ramona M. Limehouse. Brittany Nicole McCants. Emily Mullinax. Vanessa Hancock Oldland. Jamal Proctor Floyd. Chelsea Thomas Wamsley.
Please join with me in congratulating these graduates one more time. Will the candidates for the Master of Business Administration degree please stand? Mr. President, the candidates who stand before you have met all the requirements for the degree of Master of Business Administration and are recommended by the faculty to receive that degree.
By the authority vested by the state of South Carolina and the Board of Trustees at Charleston Southern University, and by the board delegating that authority to me, I confer upon each of you the degree Master of Business Administration with all rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Congratulations. Please move your tassels. Come forward to the stage to receive your diplomas.
Theodore Clorenzo Allen. Samara Andrews. Donald Baker Bigham Jr. Natalia Borges Seyron. Charday Brackett. Rebecca Grace Compton. Emily Renee Farley. Christina V. Hayes. Daniel R. Jackson. Robert Lee Jarrett. Frederick M. Jeffers. Brianna Johnson. Janice Judkins. Chelsea Nicole Labuda. Elizabeth Ann Laurimore. Anastasia Martin. Antoine Terrell McKinney. Elizabeth Niblett. Holly Scott Nigro. Michael George Quayle. Camelia Retzlaff. Ashley Gill Rogers. Troy Evan Turner. Ashton Alexandra West.
Join with me in congratulating these graduates. With the candidates for the Master of Science degree, please stand. Mr. President, the candidates who stand before you have met all the requirements for the degree of Master of Science and are recommended by the faculty for that degree.
By the authority vested by the state of South Carolina and the Board of Trustees at Charleston Southern University, and by the board delegating that authority to me, I confer upon each of you the degree Master of Science with all rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Congratulations. Please change your tassels and move forward to the stage to receive your diploma.
Ted P. Armstrong. Tajalyn Archea Atmore. Lindsay Victoria Blakeney. Devin Storell Blanding. Faith Marie Bongiorno. Sarah Elizabeth Scott Boodle. Christopher Broomback. Paula Arista Charles. Matthew Cooper. Regina Cooper. Shayna Wane Daniels. Tanya A. Frazier Walker. Cheyenne Gandara. Louise Hardy. Thomas R. Hill. Ivy Corinne Young Howard. Kimberly A. Howard. Malcolm Jackson. Dr. James Matthew Jenkins. Paul Timothy Knight. Christy Nakia Lee. Shayla S. Livingston. Stephanie Marie Lounsbury. Cheyenne Montish Mack. Matthew Clayton McCracken. Mark Bradford Millette. Jermaine Mitchell. Catherine E. Murphy. Kayshawn Abraham Murray. Rebecca Randall Shostak. Davida Roach. Sydney Roundtree. Kathleen Stanley. Danielle Lee Tillman IV. Danielle R. Vinson. Justin Lamar Washington. Daniqua Monique White. Leanna Morell White.
All right, please join with me in congratulating these graduates. Will the candidates for the Master of Arts degree please stand? Mr. President, the candidates who stand before you have met all the requirements for the degree of Master of Arts and are recommended by the faculty to receive that degree.
By the authority vested by the state of South Carolina and the Board of Trustees at Charleston Southern University, and by the board delegating that authority to me, I confer upon each of you the degree Master of Arts with all rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Congratulations. Please move your tassels and come forward to the stage to receive your degree.
Jamima Marielle Backman. Natasha Biggs. Aaron Deshawn Brown. Janie Cogdill. Asetra G. Dindy. Damla Saran Dink. Edward W. Gramling. Jessica Moffitt. Deborah Coquinas Newport. Taylor M. Wellborn. Kendra A. Yates.
Please join with me in congratulating these graduates one more time. Would the candidates for the Master in Athletic Training degree please stand? This is our first graduating class of this degree, so congratulations. Mr. President, the candidates who stand before you have met all the requirements for the degree of Master of Athletic Training and are recommended by the faculty to receive that degree.
by the authority vested by the state of South Carolina and the Board of Trustees at Charleston Southern University, and by the board delegating that authority to me, I confer upon each of you the degree Master of Athletic Training, with all rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Congratulations. Please change your tassel and move forward to the stage.
Yeah. Brianne Adriana Anthony. Shanice Janae Bennett. McKinley Suzanne Bryant. Imani Renee Carr. Matthew P. Deckant. Cole Lee.
All right, congratulations to the first class of MAT degree earners.
Whereas Charleston Southern University wishes to recognize those who have provided outstanding leadership and service to their church, community, and nation. And whereas the university lauds Lieutenant General Richard W. Scobie for graduating in the United States Air Force Academy's premier class of 1986 and for his 33 years of service in the United States Air Force. Whereas the university recognizes Lieutenant General Scobie as an accomplished fighter pilot with more than 3,800 flying hours, including 248 combat hours in the F-16 Fighting Falcon. Whereas the university admires Lieutenant General Scobie's stellar leadership as commander of a fighter squadron, an operations group, an expeditionary operations group in Iraq, 2 fighter wings, and a numbered Air Force. Whereas Lieutenant General Scobie currently serves as the Chief of Air Force Reserve in Washington, D.C., and Commander, Air Force Reserve Command, Robins Air Force Base, Georgia, with responsibility for approximately 70,000 citizen airmen and more than 300 aircraft. Whereas Lieutenant General Scobie and his family are members of Second Baptist Church in Warner Robins, Georgia. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Charleston Southern University, on this 4th day of May 2019, presents this honorary Doctorate of Leadership degree in recognition of and admiration for Lieutenant General Richard W. Scobie.
Is he now a Dr. General? Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. It is now time for one of those very special occasions in our commencement ceremony. Lieutenant Colonel Roosevelt Lovelace.
Thank you. First of all, to the graduating class of today, I salute you and say congratulations, bravo Zulu, and hua. Today it is my privilege to present to you one individual who has persevered through the rigors of a 4-year program designed to produce quality leaders for the world's greatest Air Force. Cadet Zaya Sohn has exhibited the core values that we believe are the most important for our officers of integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. So today it is my pleasure to make it official and administer to her the oath of office and commission her as a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force. Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, Krista Zayasone, having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter. So help me God.
So, Dr. General Scobie, I truly get to be the in conclusion guy. So I think after me we sing, and that's good. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Whit Jones at the Citadel Army ROTC, and it is my pleasure today to do much like Colonel Roosevelt, is to give the oath and to commission 2 fine new second lieutenants in the United States Army. Slightly different, though, is these 2 fine young individuals face the additional challenge of traversing the Charleston traffic weekly, several times a week, down to the Citadel for their training. So without further ado, and to be the in conclusion guy, I'll be speedy. Coming up, lieutenants. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations. Salute.
Charleston University, Southern University graduates, we want to recognize you for your service and the honors that you have received during your time at CSU. You may now proudly display your stoles, your scarves, and your cords outside your regalia. Audience and graduates, please stand and join us for the alma mater, And then our benediction to be led by Campus Minister John Davis.
Would you pray with me? For many days, Lord, many in this room have longed for it, and the day is here. So we consecrate to you the class of 2019 of Charleston Southern University, made up of women and men, not who are just academically astute, but are called by God. So we consecrate to you the ones who you will do through them immeasurably more than we can ask or imagine. So Lord, as we exit through these doors, and as these degrees open many doors, we thank you. But the greatest door that has ever been opened is the one that Jesus opened at the grave. So there is no grave that can hold anyone who follows you. O grave, where is your victory? O death, where is your sting? And as these graduates go, it is our prayer that the saints may be edified. Lord, that you would encourage us in a mighty way, and that you would be glorified. And more than anything else, that Satan would be horrified, to him who can do immeasurably more than we can ask or imagine. It is in the name of Jesus, and all God's people said, what?
Thank you, John. The master's graduates, followed by the marshals, or led by the marshals, will follow the platform guests out. Please wait until the recessional is complete, and then they will be outside. They will wait for you outside the Coliseum. Everybody ready for this to be over with? All right. Class of 2019, congratulations. Come back and see us.